This woman is a strong activist, comedian, actor, and can pretty much dominate any role that she poses. But let's talk about exactly why people can only take Amanda Seales in small doses. Let's discuss. So the problem with Amanda Seales is that nobody likes her. Like, y'all, I'm gonna just cut straight to the chase and keep it all the way real. Nobody likes Amanda Seales at all. And she did it to herself. That's the main problem. Like, starting from the top, I want to first address this AKA drama with the show Insecure. So Insecure premiered last week to a very seldom, very sleep-inducing episode, y'all. Now, y'all, I love Insecure. Insecure, I'm the biggest fan of Issa Rae. Love her. I've been watching her ever since Awkward Black Girl on YouTube. Like, for the longest, I thought she took a long hiatus, but then out of nowhere, bam, she popped up on HBO about 3 or 4 years later, and here we are with Insecure. Like, Insecure is one of the best shows ever made, hands down. But y'all, I can tell that Issa Rae and the writers are burnt out on this show completely, because those first 2 episodes, I was literally looking at them just like... Now, I will say, the second episode was slightly better. I got a little chuckle here or there or two, but this is not something worth paying a pay-per-view. Like, people pay for HBO for... Regardless, Insecure is a great show, and Amanda Seales as the character Tiffany was a great addition to that show, even though Tiffany, the character, is unlikable. Amanda Seales is great at playing Tiffany because Amanda Seales in real life is unlikable as well. So she already knows how to play like the pretentious villain, like the pretentious mean girl. And speaking of mean girls, let's talk about the AKAs. Now, y'all, in my personal opinion, the AKAs is one of the best like Greek organizations within the Divine Nine. Like, I love the AKAs. I love what they stand for. Like, I appreciate you guys and everything that you do. Ski to you too. But I will say, I feel like the AKAs as an organization are just completely overreacting with this whole entire Insecure, Tiffany, Amanda Seales drama. So if you guys don't know or don't follow the show, the characters Tiffany and Molly. Molly is the best friend to Issa's character. Tiffany is the good friend to Issa's character, even though she does nothing but shade her. They don't really go too deep into their relationship. Like, low-key, Issa's character is really not that close to her. But anyways, Tiffany and Molly are AKAs. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I need to go back and watch the first season, but I could have sworn that both Tiffany and the character Molly wore the Greek letters. And that's what everybody's mad at, because this current season, the first episode, they had all the girls go back to their college reunion, and in one scene, a very short scene, Amanda Seales was seen wearing the Greek letters. And that caused a lot of uproar with the AKAs. Really, I think it was fake internet like beef. Like, low-key, y'all, this may be a little deep, but you guys don't know, like, the internet is pretty, like, fake for the most part. Like, they have a lot of bots that cause chaos and cause, like random tweets to be made. Like, for example, bots can make tweets and they can make, like, topics go viral and make, like, actual people respond to those fake bot tweets, if that makes sense. But anyways, the AKAs were in a little tizzy. Some AKAs really didn't care. Some AKAs were just like, it's not that big of a deal, especially because the character Tiffany represents the organization well. Like, she's married, has a kid, she's beautiful, successful, carries herself very classy, very pretentious, very prissy, bougie bitch, all of that. So there wasn't really a real reason to just go in on the show just because they wore the Greek letters for like 0.2 or 5 seconds. Like, it was not that big of a deal to me. Like, even though I'm not in the organization, it just felt like, okay, like, here we are with the fake outrage. These days, everybody must be mad. All I did was suck my teeth and roll my eyes at the whole entire thing. It was stupid to me. And it was stupid to some of the AKAs as well. But real talk, we have to keep it all the way real. Y'all didn't care that she wore the Greek letters. Y'all wanted a reason to go in on Amanda Seales, because Amanda Seales is just very... Like, she doesn't have the best reputation with the public. Like, she could be loud and wrong a lot of times. Like, loud and wrong. But for the most part, the one thing I do respect about Amanda Seales is that no matter how she's feeling, she never censors herself. Like, I like that she says what she says right then and there, no matter who she may make uncomfortable that's in close proximity. But y'all, this backlash against Amanda Seales is just much deeper than that. Like I said, a lot of people don't like her, and that includes her castmates. Now, if you guys don't remember, a few years ago, Issa's publicist threw a party. I think this was during like the Oscar weekend. She threw an Oscar party, and all of the cast from Insecure was invited to that party except for Amanda Seales. Amanda Seales, she showed up and she legit got turned away. Like, and that was pretty embarrassing. Like, that was a huge bruise to her ego, because Amanda Seales is a A-list or maybe B-list, A-list adjacent, maybe. Like, regardless, she's up there as an actress in Hollywood. And for her to just get turned away in an event, like, that was embarrassing to her. She was kind of just like, oh my God, the audacity, how dare you? And right then and there, the fact that Issa's publicist turned her away, that let me know that there is a silent beef between her and Issa. For one, like, you never see Issa and... On the show, Issa and Tiffany have very, like, short conversations with each other, very low screen time together. Like, they don't really... Like, the characters don't vibe with each other, and you can tell that translates off screen. Like, honestly, the whole entire cast isn't like her, because I remember when Sharonis Jackson, I've actually met him in person. He's a cool dude, very chill. But Sharonis put it on blast that, like, girl, you can't expect to be invited to a place where the people don't like you. Like, he legit said, like, nobody on the cast likes her. I think the only person that likes her is the guy that plays her husband. That is the only person that I see that she follows from the show, and the only person that always, like, has her back whenever they, like, post pictures. Like, she only takes pictures with him. She doesn't take any pictures with anybody else. The crazy thing is, y'all, like, I'm not even surprised that she fell out with, like, most of the cast, including Issa herself. Like, Issa only kept her on the show because Tiffany was a good look for the show and her character. Like, you can't just up and replace her. But my thing is, ever since I heard her first podcast, I knew right then and there that she was not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and here we are today. Like, her bad attitude always gets in her way, and it's like the same thing with Nene. That bad attitude and that reputation causes a lot of doors to close in front of you. That bad attitude even followed her to the show The Real. Now, I will say, a lot of people didn't like the fact that she was going to be on The Real, but I thought that was a great look for Amanda Seales. But it was very short-lived because she allegedly got into it with some of the production staff, and then on top of that, like, she went ahead and quit because I don't know if there was, like, racial inequality on that set. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of other black women still getting a check from The Real, but the thing is, you were on that show, and then it was a disappointment because she quit right before all the George Floyd and the 2020 BS happened. Like, she would have been a great addition to do commentary on that show during all this political turmoil. But back to the alleged beefs, it's just like, you fell out with people on Insecure, you fell out with people on The Real, and then on top of that, all you have now is your podcast. So, what is Amanda Seales going to do for money when this show ends? Like, what is going to be her next acting job? Especially now that Issa has, like, a lot of pull in the industry. All she has to do is say, now I highly doubt that Issa Rae would stop a bag for another black woman, but it's been pretty well documented already that Amanda Seales doesn't work good with a lot of people. And when you don't work good with a lot of people, you don't work in Hollywood. And I just want to know, Amanda, what is the game plan, girl? Like, are you in therapy? Are you doing some self-reflection or some journaling? Like, because you have to realize that you are the problem, girl. Like, you are the reason you fall out with everybody. Now, I'm not a fly on the wall in your life. I don't know what goes on in these conversations. Maybe some people are in the wrong that you're going against. But at that same time, you're always the common denominator. It's always you. And you always play a victim. And I will say she hasn't really, like, lashed out on social media recently like she did a few years ago, so maybe she is in therapy, who knows? But girl, I hope you're doing something that's going to help you. Like, you're going to need a good PR team to, like, work overtime to change your reputation in the industry if you want to continue to work. I mean, you still got your podcast and you still do your tours, but more money is better than less money, in my opinion. Now, despite her having a piss-poor attitude and an insufferable personality, I will say that Amanda Seales is a much-needed voice for Black Hollywood. You know, somebody that's going to, like, not bite her tongue and speak out against the racial inequalities that people go through in this industry and also in this world overall. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this whole entire Insecure, aka beef situation. Amanda allegedly beefing with the cast and Issa Rae. And also, what do you guys overall think of Amanda Seales? Like, what is your opinions? Amanda, girl, I don't know if you figured it out yet or even got a clue, but if you're always the common denominator, then the problem is you. But those are my views, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna come at you guys with some more content.